Seltzer Kings.
Podcasts.
Shopping is hard.
I can never find anything in my size.
I don't even know my size.
I buy my clothes the same place I buy my groceries.
There's a better way. Make it easy with Stitch Fix. Just share your size, style, budget, and done. Your personal stylist sends pieces picked just for you.
That was easy.
Stitch Fix. Online personal styling for everyone. Free shipping and returns. No subscription required. Get started today at stitchfix.com.
So I pulled into the parking lot and there was this heavyset girl with a clipboard. She had a Hearst sweatshirt and cap on. Anyway, she checked my name off the list, told me which dorm was mine, said she'd keep an eye on my stuff while I went and found my room.
This girl, she looked like a student?
Yeah, I guess. She said she was part of the first welcome wagon committee.
Wallace said you lost your clothes, your computer, a guitar.
No, not just a guitar. Okay, it was a 1967 Gretsch Astrojet Red Top. It's like the holy grail of guitars, okay? I spent 2 summers mowing lawns just to earn enough to buy it. This is it.
They stole your stuff and covered your car in dirt? You're not welcome here. Doesn't look like they jimmied their way in.
It wasn't locked.
College campus, all your worldly possessions. Where are you from, Brigadoon?
Portland, or, well, just outside of Portland, this little suburb called Beaverton. Real salt-of-the-earth people, you know, minivan in every driveway, chicken in every pot.
Where they never ask rhetorical questions.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Boys Watching Veronica Mars. We're just 2 boys watching every episode of Veronica Mars for the first time, giving our review, our reactions. We're your hosts. I am Joe Welke.
I am Vance.
And today we're talking about Season 3, Episode 1, titled Welcome Wagon. Directed by John Kretschmer, written by Rob Thomas. Original air date October 3rd, 2006, to an audience of 3.36 million people. And before we get into the episode, we got a shout out. Shout out. We got some more energy drinks because we're going to need them apparently as we go through the Twilight series. So, shout out for Court. Thank you for sending us some fantastic energy drinks.
Yeah.
I'm already looking forward to drinking I think there's the strawberry watermelon ones. I haven't really looked.
Yeah,
I opened them up too much.
C4 strawberry water. Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Yeah. Pumped to try them. If you want to get a shout out, Apple Podcast 5-star rating and review, Spotify 5-star rating, screenshot it, send it in to us, and we'll shout you out. Or Amazon wishlist stuff. Join our Patreon, patreon.com/boyswatchingbuffy. We're covering Freaks and Geeks and the aforementioned Twilight Saga, which, we need to schedule when we're doing that.
Oh yeah, this month is already flying by.
This month is already like a half over. Fuck.
Oh god. Yeah, we'll talk about that off air.
Yeah, we will.
You know what? You'll get the first episode of Twilight this month.
This month, for sure. It's been a complicated month, everybody, for both Vance and I.
New year, new everything.
New year, new lives upon us. I have been sick. I am still a little sick. If I sound a little different, that is why. Had just a goddamn awful flu, cold situation all week. On the come down, I think, but I got a stuffy nose, got a little bit of a dry throat situation.
You know what's good for a dry throat?
What's
the White Monster?
I actually I'm drinking a Powerade Zero orange that I bought for myself because I was like, I don't know if the tickling of the throat of an energy drink is going to be good. If it's going to make me cough,
Wow. You're going.
So yeah, I'm going against the grain. I'm sorry. I appreciate the energy drinks, everybody.
You're raw dogging Veronica Mars. Season
Raw
3.
dogging Veronica Mars after some NyQuil and DayQuil. So this show is fucking relentless.
That's a good description.
It's relentless, dude. I texted Vance after I was done watching this episode, and I said, just watch Veronica Mars, and I fucking can't. And Vance brought up the most relevant point in his text back to me was from the first frame, which is 100% true. And I already don't like the direction that this season's going.
I had mentioned it previously in the Rapes of Graph episode. I believe that's the episode that this happens in.
Mm-hmm.
I remember being at the end of that episode, I was like, they never found the guy on Hearst College. And I was like, I guess they're probably going to do it next season, but I think that's still too late.
Yep.
That should have been priority number 1. It should not have been this thing where it's like, well, at least it wasn't my ex-boyfriend. La 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 la.
Let's go back to high school.
Yeah.
We're all good. It wasn't any of us.
Yeah. And now that seems to be, we'll get to it, but my goodness, you have to address it, but I don't understand why they saved it.
I know. They're like, ooh, we got a juicy new sex crime to unveil in the next season. Like, God.
Veronica Mars.
It's like the
SVU.
Avengers post-credit scene. Like they're just bringing back like Thanos.
Yeah.
I mean, God.
Sexual assault will return in the next Veronica Mars.
God, dude. And it's like they did a weird remix of the intro song too.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I hate it.
I
hate it.
I don't like it. I'm holding out judgment because it's the first time seeing it. Maybe it'll grow on me, but right now I don't like it.
It's horrible. Like the intro song was like the 30 seconds of reprieve from the sexual assault of the show.
I will say this new one is tonally fitting the show better.
It really is. It is like they did a slowed down and reverb like they took away all the fun instrumentation and they just made it so much darker.
I don't love the coloring of it because it looks like it's going to be a different show, and then you cut to a California college campus, and you're like, oh, this is so bright. I'm not sure why they didn't do the same thing they did with the high school one, but just in the I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, they changed the font of everything. They changed, it's all brown in the intro credits.
Yeah. I guess we should start with our predictions, and then we can get into the episode.
Predict?
I predicted the welcome wagon would be Weevil pulling up to prison and being put in Gen Pop. And then I said that there would be a new person in town, a la Spike.
There are new people in town.
New people in town. Can't say there's anyone on the Spike level.
Yeah, the Spike level, yeah.
I'm going to give myself a 0 for this. We get no Weevil in here.
Yeah.
We might get one of Weevil's shirts. I have no idea. But
and what did I predict?
You said Veronica and Wallace are at freshman orientation at Hearst. We get voiceover how she ended up there and didn't get the Kane scholarship. And Veronica goes to a sorority party, sorority mystery.
I think I'm an episode early on that one.
Yeah. We never find out about the Kane scholarship or how she ended up at Hearst or any of that for some reason.
Nope.
I don't know why.
I mean, I liked how they did the season 2 intro, because we have Veronica do like kind of the monologue of like, oh, this is what happened over the summer. Here's where we are all at now. There's so many more like mysteries and loose ends. And she didn't tie, like, I guess the show kind of like tied everything up like through the episode a little bit. But like, how did she end up at Hearst?
Yeah.
What happened with the Kane Scholarship?
I know she didn't get the Kane Scholarship because she left that test and she needed that test to get it, probably. Also, they were never giving her the Kane Scholarship.
Yeah, no.
But yeah.
No.
But I don't understand. I'll have a question later where I don't know why she's not at Stanford.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's get started.
Yep.
The episode starts with, from the first frame, Veronica walking on campus. She's walking past a banner for the Rally Against Violence Toward Women.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, God, already.
And again, valid thing to have on campus. It's fine.
Yeah.
Like that, nothing against that activism. Not at all.
Yeah, no.
Just
it's fantastic.
It just bodes scary for what's to come.
Yes, it does. But it's Veronica's first day of college. She goes to Intro to Criminology. And the one girl that sits behind Veronica, she's got the hots for the professor. He's a very, very charming, handsome silver fox type guy. And now, on the other hand, his TA, Mr. Foyle, looks absolutely insane. He has humongous, I mean, the hair in this episode is crazy. This guy, Mr. Foyle's hair, is so helmet-like. He's got Lego man hair, and it's poofy, and he's got these silly-looking glasses, and his goatee doesn't look real. It looks like it's like costume shop goatee.
It's Harris from Freaks and Geeks when he goes to college.
Oh my God, it is. Oh my! Except that this guy's like really tan.
Yeah. Well, he's
has,
in
like,
California.
Crazy blue eyes.
He's not in the Midwest.
I guess that's true. But the professor, he's like a famous criminology guy. He's got like a book and everything, and he's a big man on campus. And Veronica is like interested in taking his class because he's like a well-known criminology professor guy. Man, he's talking about like the expectations of the semester, and then he starts off with a game where it's called the Riverboat Queen murder mystery type of thing. And he gives everybody like a character, and he's like, all right, now you all have to like figure out who the murderer is based on your character, start questioning people. And Veronica just like sits there, starts reading the magazine. And this professor is also like, and the person that holds the record for who solved this mystery the fastest is my TA, Mr. Foyle here. He did it in 16 minutes. So that's your goal, everybody. So everybody starts like questioning each other and blah, 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 blah. And this TA goes up to Veronica and he's like, you're not questioning anybody. You know, you have to participate in this class if you want to pass it. Are you sure you're not lost and you're actually not even supposed to be in this class? Because the what is it, like elementary school teacher classes are over there, and I could see why you're confused and all this shit. And Veronica's like, no, I figured out who the murderer is. And Mr. Foyle's like, oh, really? You did? It's only been 6 minutes. And Veronica's like, yeah, I got it. And he's like, well, Mr. Professor, I forget what the professor's name is.
Dr. Landry, and he's played by Patrick Fabian from Better Call Saul.
There you go, Dr. Landry. We have somebody that thinks that they figured out. She thinks that she figured out the murder mystery in 6 minutes. And the professor is like, oh, yeah? All right, well, let's hear it. And she goes, it's blah, blah, blah. And the professor's like, oh, but the professor, before Veronica gives her answer, he's like, so which one of these characters do you want to send to prison for the rest of his days? And Veronica goes, it's blah, blah, blah. And the professor's like, damn, all right, You got it right. All right. How'd you come to that conclusion? And Veronica's like, I just looked it up on the internet. It was a old timey like board game. And there were only two people that it could possibly be. It was this lady or this guy. And you said, send to prison for the rest of his days. So I just went with the guy. And the professor's like, well, goddamn, good job. And Mr. Foyle is like, that's not fair. She used the internet. It's the 1890s. She's not supposed to use the internet. And Veronica's like, did it say in the rule book that we weren't supposed to use the internet? And the professor's like, good job, Miss Mars. Good job.
I hated this as an opening scene to set up how clever Veronica is.
Why?
Because she just Googled the answer. Like, her figuring out that it was from the 50-50 chance by him saying his is like, oh, that's smart enough. But her just going online and just finding the answer out wasn't really, that wasn't like, is the commentary how clever she is or what technology is today? Because the rest of the episode will have nothing to do with that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like she's, it's not like if Mac did that, that would make more sense to me. Like that's Mac's thing. Veronica's more intuition and stuff. I just hate that she just Googled the answer.
I think that they gave this guy, Mr. Foyle, an adequate name because it seems like he's going to be serving as Veronica's foil.
Yeah.
And there's a line later on in the episode that I fucking can't stand.
But I just thought it was like, let her figure it out from like deduction as opposed to I found the answer. That's my thing.
Yeah. Yeah. So then we get the new intro and it's terrible. And then we see Logan at school with Veronica. I just wrote in my notes, they're a couple again, apparently. Mm-hmm. And they're all smoochy. And Logan says that he saw Dick Casablancas. And he doesn't know how Dick got into Hearst. But people are saying that Dick is a mess because of Beaver's actions and suicide. And he's just like not handling it well. But he can get into Hearst College because I think they said that his mom is like sleeping with the governor or something.
Dick's mom remarried Schwarzenegger's business manager.
There you go.
And Schwarzenegger was the governor of California at the time.
Yeah. So he's like, anybody can get into any college if your mom is like hooking up with the governor's people.
What is the level of Hearst College? They never explained if Hearst College is like a full, if it's like a good college or like one of those ones where you're just like, yeah, I'm going to go to Hearst College.
Yeah, I feel like it's like a private school that has some, I guess, like notoriety and weight in like a local community, but like outside of Neptune, not many people have heard of it.
Like,
I'm thinking of it like, you know, in Maryland, Loyola College.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking that Hearst is like Loyola.
But not as high as Towson.
Towson, I feel like, is lower than Loyola.
Okay, I don't know.
I'm thinking about like I'm thinking Hearst is a private school with some prestige for some reason. I don't think it's like a state school.
Okay.
That's just how I'm thinking of it. But Veronica comes home and she sees a letter from the Sutcliffe Hotel, and then that's that scene. Keith is in his office. He's got a gun that he's cleaning on his desk or something. And Vinnie Van Lowe shows up. And I was like, fuck yeah, Vinnie Van Lowe. He's like, Keith, I got a case. It requires double detective duty. I was like, all right, well, already one of my predictions coming true. And then Keith was like, no. But Vinny's like, come on, man. It's a jewelry store owner. He thinks that there's some embezzlement going on with his company. And Keith's like, I can't. I already got a case and it's taking me out of state. And Vinny's like, all right, fine. And he picks up Keith's briefcase. He's like, oh, this is a nice briefcase. I need to get me a briefcase. But then I think, why do I need a briefcase? And he puts the briefcase down and then he leaves. Mm-hmm. I was like, okay, weird. So then Keith comes home and Veronica calls him into her room. And she says that the maid at their hotel in New York found the flash drive with all the pictures from their vacation on there. And there would have been more, but Keith showed up to the vacation 3 days later. And
so she went to New York without him.
Yes.
So she got
3 days.
Did he call and tell her to get on the plane? Or did she just go, well, I'm going to New York? Like, I don't know what.
She's got a cell phone.
She tried calling him and didn't get an answer. I felt like at the end of the finale or something. Yeah, unless he texted her to go, which they need to explain.
Yeah. Veronica was upset that her absentee dad wasn't there for 3 days. But Keith is like, I know, I'm sorry. Anyway, I got a bail jumper. I'm going to be out of town for the next few days. You good? And Veronica's like, yeah. He's like, don't let Logan stay here after midnight or I get backup that's going to bite his balls off or whatever. And Veronica's like, okay.
I'm surprised backup is still in this show.
Same. I forgot the backup was a thing.
I forgot that backup was a dog in the show. And I was like, oh, this is the perfect time to just write out backup. We don't see backup the rest of the episode either.
Nope. And previously we hadn't seen backup in, 7-8 episodes?
Probably that pizza mugger one. That's probably about it.
Yeah.
The last time I think I saw backup.
I thought backup was going to play a much bigger role in this show based off of the episode 1.
Once they changed backup, I didn't think backup would play a bigger role.
It's because this backup sucks. Backup, the first was the best. So then we have Wallace in his dorm, and his roommate shows up. It's a dude named Piz, and I already hate this guy. His name is Stosh Piznarski.
Piz is an interesting name.
Yes, it is.
That's
when he showed up and he was like, my name is Stosh.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, ew. And then he goes, but you can call me Piz. I was like, is that better?
And then they try to do like a is he racist like gag.
Yes. Well, I mean, he's a lacrosse player, so
yeah,
chances are.
But they do that thing, and it was just like, yeah.
He comes in and he's like, I thought you're my roommate. I thought that I put on my my request that I don't want a roommate like you. And Wallace is like, what's that supposed to mean? And Piz goes, someone that's more handsome than me. And I was like,
and then him and Wallace just start making out.
Well, I mean, then he's like, I hope you don't mind that I walk around the dorm nude all the time. I was like, what are they doing with this guy already?
It's like, you got to feel it out when you're doing that first roommate situation. You got to feel it out. You can't go straight in with the jokes. You got to,
I was like, oh, this guy's gay.
Oh, I didn't think that.
I thought that I was like, oh, this guy's gay.
Yeah, I didn't think that
Apparently
at all.
Not. So he's like, all right, well, I got still a bunch of stuff in my car. You mind coming down and helping me carry some shit up? I brought everything that I own. My entire life is in this car. And Wallace is like, okay. So they go down to his car. Everything from his car has been stolen.
Mm-hmm.
And Wallace is like, don't you worry about this. I know somebody that can get your shit back. And Piz is like, really? And Wallace is like, yeah, it's this girl. She went to my high school. She solves mysteries. And Piz is like, maybe I should just like call the cops. And Wallace is like, good fucking luck, dude. And so Veronica shows up and she's like, I'll help you for $500. And if I don't find your shit, you don't owe me anything. And Piz is immediately like, got the hots for Veronica.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Piz is another guy with enormous helmet hair as well.
He reminded me of, what's the guy from Angel, Kane?
Christian Kane?
Christian Kane. He was giving me like young Christian Kane vibes.
Lindsay?
Yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I could see that. But dude, the hair is just huge. And I remember this era of humongous hair like that. But like this just looks bad. It looks bad on Piz. Like it doesn't like, because Dick Casablancas basically has the same hair as this guy, Piz. But it fits Dick so much better than Piz. Like, Piz looks like a wig, and Mr. Foyles looks like a wig, but Dick's doesn't.
Okay.
Discord people, you need to help me out here. You gotta agree with me, because like they have the same hair, all three of them, but for some reason Foyle and Piz look stupid, and Dick looks natural.
I'm gonna say Wallace looks great, and I can see why he won the fashion corner and the he was one of the tops in the fashion corner in the season 2 recap. He looks good. He looks like he took the summer, got ready for college. Looks like he got ready for college. Yeah. Don't believe he's a star basketball player. He's shorter than every person on the show. he's shorter than Piz.
Yeah. Piz is the lacrosse player, of course.
From Beaverton, Oregon.
Yeah, we're home of lacrosse. Beaverton, Oregon. Huh? You know how all those famous lacrosse players from the West Coast, specifically Oregon.
They have lacrosse out here.
Now they do. Not in 2006.
We've already talked to people on Discord. We've already gone through this. They have lacrosse, Joe.
No. Anyway, so they go down to Piz's car, and Veronica's inspecting it, and she's asking Piz about like who could be potentially the person that stole it. And Piz says there was a heavyset girl with the quote welcome wagon committee that said that she would watch his car while he like went up and found his dorm. And Veronica was like looking at his car, and she's like, oh, the door's open. He's like, and Piz is like, yeah, I mean, I didn't lock the door. And Veronica's like, what are you, fucking stupid? And even Wallace is like, what are you, fucking stupid? Like, you don't lock it. He's like, I'm from fucking Beaverton, Oregon. We don't lock our doors there.
Next thing you're going to tell me, you're going to follow a random Fitzpatrick into a dark bar with no backup.
Yeah, not even the dog.
Yeah.
So then they go to the RA, and they're like, hey, Mr. RA, can you tell us anything about this welcome wagon committee? And he's like, oh, yeah, sure, I can. It doesn't exist, and that's not a real thing. Also, I like Battlestar Galactica, so frack. And so Veronica's like, you got scammed there, Piz. There's no welcome wagon committee. And Piz is like, damn it. So then we go to like the prison. We go to a prison, and we see some random guy getting out of jail. Never saw this guy before in my life, but he's getting out of jail.
Why'd you say it like that? I've never seen that guy before in my life. You hadn't seen Piz before in your life. What are you talking about?
This is a new character. He's getting out of jail, and Keith is there to pick him up. So it's like, oh, who's this guy? So then we go back to Neptune College. Not Neptune, fucking Hearst.
Neptune, you.
I'm sick, everybody. I'm not as sharp as usual, and my sharp is usually not that sharp anyway.
The dull blade is now rusted.
Yeah, exactly. So we see Veronica, and she sees the rally against violence towards women rally. It's going on. There's a girl giving a speech, and she's got her head shaved, and she's talking about like, when is this going to stop? When are we going to stop letting people go around campus raping girls and shaving their heads?
This bold cap is like, ridiculous too.
It really is. They like put a chia pet on these people's heads. Like they're so bad.
The craziest part is like, this is a black girl with like this, like the way the hair is shaved, it's like so patchy with this like bald cap. And then like in the scene that's coming up with Veronica, in the background, there's a black girl with like shorter hair. And I'm like, oh, okay. That's what it could look like.
Yeah.
This one looks.
Well, it's like patchy, but it's also like brown and green and stuff. Like it looks like they just like the color looks off.
The thing is, you can tell her hair is underneath the cap because her head is like double the size too.
Yeah,
it's something. But yeah, this is the rally.
Yeah, but Veronica's there. She looks over and she sees that Mac is also there. And Veronica goes up to Mac and she's like, these damn dames, they need to shut their mouths, don't they? And Mac's like giggling, like, ha 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 ha. Good old misogyny jokes. We love it.
Yeah.
And Veronica's like, how you doing, Mac? And Mac's like, I'm not well. I'm still triggered from the whole beaver situation. And Veronica's like, yeah, of course. And then she's like, it doesn't help that my roommate is hooking up with every dude on campus every single night. And Veronica's like, damn, really? And Mac's like, yeah. So it's this weird contrast of this girl is like looking at college as a buffet of boys, and I am frozen from the waist down. Yeah. I was like, God damn.
I called it. I said she was going to be traumatized from that. We talked about it in the...
She would be.
Yeah.
So while this conversation's happening, the rally girl says that they need to get the frats off campus. And then a bunch of frat guys are in the back and they're like, boo, no.
I do think the leap from there's a serial rapist to all frats need to be canceled is a real disconnect.
Yeah.
Because we already proved that the frat wasn't involved before. Or it wasn't specifically the frat. They were scoring people, but they weren't shaving heads. They weren't shaving heads.
I don't know if this like Hearst College rapist is like a tradition that gets passed down or something, because it seems like this has been going on for years. You know?
It would have gone on. It would have been going on for at least 2 years.
Yeah.
But college is 4 years. So it's fine.
Yeah.
It also could be a staff member.
Yeah.
So
but this is it's Mr. Foyle.
It's Foyle could be a mislead. He could be the person, but it could be Dr. Landry. I don't know. But I feel like the way it happened in the last one, it has to be kind of student access person. Like I don't think like Dr. Landry is like able to sneak into the dorms at those parties the way it is, you know. Yeah, like he's like it'd be too noticeable.
I just think that the head shaving is like so like such a
this is like there needs to be like police and investigation, not like rally. Like this needs to be like something that is, because it's happening at the college too. It's not even just like in the city.
Yeah.
It's
like it's in one
location.
Place.
Yeah.
It seems like it's a known thing. Like it's a legend on campus. And then it's like, then are there going to be like, what is it called? Like people that pretend like, copycats and shit. Like,
yeah, we might get like some Scream type thing where it's like two people doing it or something.
It's so heinous, dude. It's fucking heinous.
And the fact that they never solved it from less, it's been an entire summer and a new, like, if one, it wasn't even like well known before that too. Like the girl in the rapes of Graf didn't even know that had happened to some other girl. Veronica had to stumble onto it. Now it's like being shouted out.
Yes. It's at a public rally.
Yeah.
Where there's several people and like there's opposition to this rally. Like the frat guys show up and they're like, I know what they're going to do. They're trying to get us thrown off camp. Like this is a big deal at this college.
I think the opposition is a little forced. They'll be like, we need to get rid of all frats. It's just like that the two aren't the same. Like you don't know if it's a frat guy that's doing. They don't know that it's a frat guy that's doing it, and shutting down all the frats is not going to get rid of the rapist. The rapist will still be in the school,
unless they think that it's like part of the rushing or something.
That is
like the frats are like
frats do a lot. Frats do a lot of like the date rape culture, and frats is like there, but it's not sanctioned where you're shaving and like that is No, that is.
But this is also Neptune.
But we've already seen the frat. Like I'm ruling out the frat thing because we've already seen the frat and gone down the frat road where she thought it was a frat doing it and it wasn't.
I mean, there's more than one frat.
Yeah, but why? But that's just my problem with that is, what if they were like, now we got to get rid of we got to get rid of the lacrosse team because the lacrosse team did this. We got to get rid of this basketball team because there's no proof of it being a frat, but now they're claiming frats did it. Like, there's other reasons if you want to get rid of a frat for something. But this feels like, hey, this bad thing happened to me, and I'm going to point at this other thing to get rid of. I'm like, whoa, solve the actual problem and not blame it on something else fully.
Yeah. Yeah, and like you said, like if they did get rid of the frats, it's not like the guy that's doing this is going to stop.
Yeah, and do they think it's one person or do they think it's like everybody? Because I feel like this is a one person. I feel like this is specific.
Well, that's why I was just like, is this just like a Hearst College legend?
No, this is we started this season with a criminology class. It's going to deal with some type of serial sociopathic person that's doing this, and then
it's Mr. Foyle. That's why his hair he's taking the hair from the girls and making his helmet hair.
him and Piz are going to team up, and it's going to be
fucking helmet hair,
and it's going to be up to Dick to stop him.
Oh my god! Well, speaking of Dick, the frat guys start to try to shout down the women of this rally, and they pull out like a ghetto blaster and they start playing music, and then a guy in a ski mask and an English flag thong brief Speedo thing goes up onto the stage where the girls are giving this speech with a blow up doll
in a French maid's outfit.
In a French maid's outfit, you can't forget that.
You can't forget that.
Starts like dry humping this blow up doll, and this goes on for way too long before anybody does anything. And the people that do anything are the girls that are on stage, which I would have thought there would have been like some kind of campus security or something. I don't know. But the girls shove this person down, tackle him to the ground, unmask him. It's Dick Casablancas. And then they kick him right in the balls. And they go, I guess you don't need these anymore, and just knee him right in the nutsack. And Dick is like, oh, come on, ladies.
Yeah. I know what they're doing here, but I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
It was too cartoony, the way it all went down. It wasn't reading. Like, Dick is an asshole, and he just continues to be an asshole. And I was just, I don't know.
Yep.
But my biggest problem here would probably be Veronica.
Well, Veronica's sitting there with Mac, and she's like, it's like we're in Neptune all over again. And then Dick gets unmasked. She's like, it really is like we're in Neptune High all over again. Yeah,
it's like, Veronica, you've already been here when this was going down. You should be more shocked that they have not caught the perpetrator yet. I just solved a mystery in 6 minutes. I'm gonna find who stole this thing. I'm gonna find out who stole this guy's stuff out of his car. I'll worry about this like campus sexual assault head shaving guy later. This won't bother me. Yeah. I'm just a 5'2" girl.
Yeah, I don't have a history of this kind of thing.
My friend Mac just dealt with some shit. I guess I'm not gonna worry about her either. Like, drop what you're doing. God. Drop what you're doing and solve this case.
Yeah, dude, it's brutal.
God, if they're going to drag this thing out all season too,
this is the big mystery of the season, I feel like.
I hate it.
So then we go to Keith. He's driving around with this prisoner, and the prisoner is Cormac Fitzpatrick. He's the guy that was in jail with Kendall Casablancas, and then they fell in love while in jail or whatever. And Keith was paid to get Kendall out of town because Liam is looking for Kendall. Because Liam wanted a slice of Kendall's pie after she got $8 million or whatever.
Makes no sense. It makes no sense.
I don't really know.
He didn't. Liam had her getting money from the Phoenix Land Trust was not a part of Liam's plan with Kendall. Like their plan wasn't, hey, get in with the Casablancas family, right? And then once you're in with the family, the dad is going to go away. And then the son in high school is going to start a business. And then he's going to short out the redistricting, whatever it was called.
Yeah.
And that's going to give you money. What?
Yeah.
And he's saying that.
I don't know.
And he's saying that Kendall offered to split it and he wanted more. That's what Cormac's saying, anyway.
Yeah. So they're driving off to, I guess, meet up with Kendall. So then we go to Veronica and Logan,
who's hot and bothered from this rally she just came from. So
yeah, and they just get done fucking like two crazy animals. They're both sweaty. Veronica hops off of Logan. She's like, God damn, you just fucked me so goddamn good. And Logan's like, yeah, don't worry about it. She's like, no, you need to go pro because that was crazy.
I just don't. Sure.
Yeah, I guess
yeah.
it's canon.
Yeah.
I guess it's canon. I mean, maybe that's why Kendall was involved.
Yeah.
He lays the pipe, dude.
Yeah. All right. Good on you, Logan. I guess that's what you're there for.
Yeah. Good for him, man.
Yeah.
But they're sweaty. Veronica's like, I need to get some fucking water. I need some electrolytes. I lost all the fluids from my body. God damn. So she goes to drink some water and she's looking at herself in the mirror like, how did I get to this point? This is crazy. Mm-hmm. And then a phone call comes in and Logan's looking around and he answers the phone and Veronica runs out. She's like, wait, Logan, don't. Because it's 12:15. Mm-hmm. And it's Keith. Keith calling. Logan gives the phone to Veronica and Veronica's like, hey, Dad. And Keith is like, hey, Veronica, what I say? Logan's not allowed at the house past midnight. And Veronica's like, I know, he's just leaving. All right, thanks. Bye, Dad. And Logan's like, what's going on? Veronica goes, I've had all of our calls forwarded to this room so that my dad, when he calls, wouldn't be suspicious or think that you're like at our place past midnight. And Logan's like, I wish you would have fucking told me that.
Now, this is what, 2007?
Six.
It's still 2006. Yeah, it'll be 2007 once it after the holiday. So here's the thing: she has a cell phone, right?
Mm-hmm.
And are they at Logan's hotel room?
Well, I think the first phone ring was Veronica's cell phone. Maybe.
Why would she have it forwarded to the? Like, it's such a convoluted way for Logan to answer the phone for Keith to find out that they're hooking up, and he's like, oh yeah, he knows she's like hooking up with him, but it was like such a convoluted, like, I had all my phone calls for. You're a high school girl with a cell phone. Why are you getting your calls forwarded? Like,
she could have had him forwarded to her cell phone.
Are they? Yeah, and we've seen them do cell phone stuff, but whatever. That's very nitpicky, but
yeah. But then Keith is in the car with Cormac, and Cormac is like, "Oh, you love your daughter, huh? She pissed about you not making it to New York." He's like, "Well, I bought her off because Cormac is like, what did you do with the money that Kendall paid you to get her out of town?" He's like, "I bought my daughter's love back or whatever." Ugh. Yeah.
This is the question that I had where I was like, oh, if he got a cut, why is she not in Stanford?
Yep.
Because I don't think they would do the thing where they're like, okay, I don't know how I'm going to pay for 4 years of this. They would be like, okay, we got enough for the first year and we'll figure out the rest. You know?
Yeah.
So
go into fucking debt like the rest of America.
Exactly. Like,
but you never heard of a college loan?
Like, I feel like they would work through, they would try to figure it out and be like, okay, something will come up then, or you won't even survive the 4 years. You've almost died every season of the show. So who's to say? Enjoy your freshman year in Stanford. You'll probably live longer if you're there. Instead of going to Hearst College.
Just gotta go to Hearst.
Yeah.
The Hearst College, their mascots gotta be the rapists. It's fucking.
But how did Keith buy his daughter's love back?
He bought his daughter's love back by getting her a Saturn SUV.
I hate this change more than anything. Yep. Her car is iconic from the first two seasons.
Yes, the convertible, dude.
It's so much nicer. When we see this scene and they cut to her getting out of this Saturn SUV, I was like, what is it? And it's like this gray...
Yeah, it's not even a nice car. Like, Saturns weren't known to be, like, nice.
She's a photographer / crime solver. She's not moving stuff around. She's not taking kids to soccer practice. What's going on?
Dude, it was awful. Like, my family, they bought several Saturns. I don't know why. They just liked Saturn because... actually, I do know why. My dad owned stock in GM, and Saturn was a GM, General Motors company.
Insider trading. He was putting money into his own pocket.
Exactly. So we would only have Chevy stuff, or they had Saturns.
Yeah, people get so obsessed with brands.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to cars. People get so like, dude, I'm a Ford guy. No, I'm a Chevy guy. I'm like, they don't care. They don't care about you.
No, they don't give a fuck.
Just get the car that's good. Just get the car that you actually like.
And I regret that this was a thing, but my dad's logic like seeped into me where I was like wanting to buy an American car for whatever reason when it came to me buying a car. And I bought a Ford Escape. And I have had trouble with this fucking car for years. Years. But it was the highest rated, like, American crossover.
Joe,
it was like,
the Ford is our sponsor this week.
Well, that's what I'm thinking this Saturn shit is. This is definitely product
absolutely, because we get the worst banter about it coming up.
Oh, boy, do we.
This is 3 seasons in the making.
So Piz is like, oh, so your dad got you a car? Was this like a graduation present? And Veronica says something. Present, yeah. And Veronica says something. Yeah, a Saturn for a Mars in Neptune. And I rolled my eyes so hard. It's the unquote, to bring back a segment that's been retired for a little bit. It is the unquote of the episode.
But they don't end it there. They go further and say like something about like Uranus.
Yeah. So watch Uranus.
I was like, you can't introduce this ugly Saturn car. And the car's a problem, not because I have anything against Saturns. It's just that her convertible was great. It actually didn't even make sense that she was able to have that car, considering the money problems that they always talked about having. They had 2 cars, an office, and their apartment building.
Think like you're a teenage girl.
Mm-hmm.
What car would you rather have?
Right?
A convertible?
Yeah.
Or a bland, boring Saturn SUV?
Right.
That's like one step away from like a minivan.
And they don't even show this car like pull into the spot, really. She's getting out of it and we're just seeing the back of it.
Yeah.
Oh, what is that?
I do. And like, there were like police pulling in behind her and they were like walking towards her. I thought that the police were going to play into the scene at some point, but they're just there and they're walking around. But dude, fuck that car.
Yeah, because they're at the police station. So it does play into the scene.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah. So they go to Sachs, Officer Sachs at the sheriff's office. And there have been a ton of these car robbings, apparently. Because Sachs like, oh yeah, this is like the 800 millionth report of this. And Veronica's like,
I love he's like, yeah, I mean, we get other reports from the school too, but we're only focusing on the robberies that happened. The other stuff we don't really care about.
So Veronica's like, all right, well, how about I go looking for the perpetrators? You arrest them when I find them. And Zach's like, I don't know about that. And Veronica's like, it's a win-win for both. Like, stop. Zach is like, all right. So then Veronica goes around. She's interviewing the other student victims of this welcome wagon committee. And everybody's a freshman except for this one girl who's a junior. And Veronica's like, wait, how are you a junior and you didn't know that there wasn't a welcome wagon committee? How do you not know that? And then the girl's like, I don't know. Why am I talking to you? Who the fuck are you?
I love that she had that realization afterwards. I'm like, what did you think when you started talking to her?
Right? But Veronica's immediately like, interesting.
I think if I came back to a school after a summer break and they had a welcome wagon committee, I would just assume there's something that they added.
Yes, same. I don't know why that was so suspicious for Veronica. I'm like, this could be a new thing.
She's trying to solve this in 6 minutes or less.
Yeah, I guess that's true. So Veronica's walking across campus. She sees a flyer on a board for some kind of concert for, I forget what the name of the band is.
The band is called The Unwashed, and it was the exact same thing that we saw written in the dirt on Pizza's car. Was unwashed, was written in the dirtiness in this car. And then Wallace mentions like, oh, that's like so 2005.
Yeah.
Which is funny because there's a Curb Your Enthusiasm episode that came out that also had a big gag about someone writing "wash me" on the car.
So Veronica goes over to Mac's dorm, meets Mac's roommate. It's a girl named Parker. Parker's like, I fucking love Mac. Mac is the best. Big fan of Mac. And she's getting changed in front of Veronica. And Veronica's like, oh, Jesus. This girl is slutty beyond belief. She's topless in front of me. I can't. She doesn't face me.
I think it would have been, I know what they're going for here, but everything I know about girls in college and stuff, they change in front of each other all the time. Yep. And also, and granted, you might not change in front of like some stranger that just walked into your room, but she does turn around. You're seeing just back. She does. I mean, if this is HBO, she's going to take it off and it'd be right in front of you. And you're like, oh, wow, she just flashed the high beams at me. But yeah, when she turns around, I don't think Veronica should be like, oh my God. Like she's
Veronica's clutching her pearls.
Yeah.
And also Veronica has on one of those fake tattoo long sleeves.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, what a time. What a time.
I know. That was so crazy to see like her hand pop up and knock on the door.
Yeah, and I was like,
who's this tattooed person? But Parker also has a big poster of Colin Farrell. She's a big fan of Colin Farrell, who was heartthrob back in this era.
This poster is one, we are in the poster era and colleges and stuff. Because I don't know how big posters are anymore. But I
don't know.
I mean, it's just a huge, huge shot
just
of him.
Huge headshot. Yeah. And
they
love Colin Farrell.
The thing I noticed is that everyone's just moving in, but these rooms are fully decked out already. This is like,
I don't know, Wallace's wasn't,
but this room, Mac and Parker's room, it's fully set up.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's like she got all the posters.
Well,
there's a bunch of other stuff.
Past like the first day of class. I feel like you move in a little bit before the first day of class.
Yeah, I know, but why is Piz moving?
Why is Piz?
Yeah, I don't know. It's whatever. Again, very nitpicky, but that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. So then Mac shows up. Veronica's like, "Hey, Mac, you want to go to a concert?" Mac's like, "Yeah, please get me out of here." And Parker's like, "I'll come too." And then Veronica and Mac just kind of roll their eyes.
Is Parker in the opening credits?
Because there is a new girl in the Piz is in the opening credits. There is a new girl in the opening credits. I don't know if it's Parker.
I wasn't sure.
I was watching this like with my eyes half open, to be honest with you. You know what's really annoying too is like, no matter how I spell Piz in my notes, my computer autocorrects it to something. So I spelled it with Piz, which is how it's supposed to be. And it autocorrects to Liz. So then I was like getting annoyed at that. So I started typing it with an extra Z and it started to autocorrect to pizza. So my notes are just littered with Liz and pizza all over the fucking place.
Is this in the notes app?
Yeah.
God, the autocorrect in that thing is a mess.
Yeah. So Veronica, Mac, Pizza, and Wallace and Parker, they show up to the concert. No one's excited to be at this show. Everyone's kind of like, what are we doing here? Why are we here? They go into the show and they're like, yeah, this is awful. Wait, why are we here? This is the worst. Except for Parker. Parker's enjoying it. She's up front. She's dancing with some dudes.
She's doing the Buffy dance with some guys. That's the first thing I thought of.
Exactly. So the Unwashed finishes their set. Veronica goes up on stage after them. She's like, hey, my friend got robbed. If you know anything about it, there's $100 reward for anyone that has info about all these college students getting robbed. And then 3 kids. These kids look like they are in high school. They look young.
Did you think she was going to go on stage when she got up there? I thought she was going to go backstage and talk to the band.
That's what I thought too.
And I was surprised that she was able to go on stage and just give an announcement.
Yeah. No, you can't do that at concerts.
Yeah.
So these 3 kids come over because they say they got information. And this one kid has the most insane Boston accent.
Yo, I loved it. I was like, wow, what is this?
Hey, dude, what you talking about? Yeah, we got some information for you about the cars. Rock's like, okay, so what? Yeah, there was 2 black dudes, and they were robbing the cars. And there was this one, they had a moving van, and they drove it down to Harvard Yard, and it was a wicked good time, dude. Wicked good time. They were robbing all these chump college kids at Hearst College. And Veronica's like, that's all the information you have? And the other kid's like, yeah, I mean, there was like a panel van. There weren't any windows. And then the Boston kid's like, oh, yeah, there weren't no windows, dude. So then Piz is like, wait, was there a heavyset girl with them? Because that's who I was thinking was like the suspect. And the kid goes, oh, yeah, there was a fucking heavyset girl, dude. But it was funny because it was like she had a fucking, like a fat suit on or something because she took off a sweater and she actually had a real smoking hot bod. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, that's all the info we got. You got my $100? And Veronica's like, you're not getting $100 from me. And he's like, this is fucking bullshit, dude. This is bullshit.
She might have given him the $100 after the fat suit info because they turn away and then they throw the fat suit info in after they say they're not giving $100.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was great.
I just couldn't believe what I was hearing when that kid started talking. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
What's happening?
Yeah.
So then Mac's in her dorm and Dick Casablancas shows up. He's knocking at the door. He's looking for Parker. And Mac opens the door and she's like, Parker's not here. And Dick is like, oh. Well, Beaver never cared about you and you were just his beard. And Mac's like, gee, thanks, dude.
What the fuck, man? Like,
yep.
I know this is his weird defense mechanism type thing kicking out, but knowing, like, Mac is one of the characters I want to protect even more than Veronica in this show.
Mm-hmm.
And when he says that to her, I'm just like, I want some football player to come across the screen and like take him out. Like, I just want him tackled off the screen when he says that to her. Because this is a huge, if she was making any improvements, this would set her back even further. And it's such a mean thing to say. It's such a aggressively mean thing to say to her.
And Logan was talking about how, like, yeah, Dick isn't handling, like, the whole Beaver situation well. Yeah, you know who else isn't? Mac. So he's just going to, like, fucking throw that in her. Like,
also, Logan, how are you handling some stuff, too? Like, your dad.
Oh, he's fine. No, he's good.
No, he's fine. He's still living in a hotel where all this stuff happened.
He's laying some dick down, dude.
I'm moving out of that hotel if I'm him. You got the finances. Yeah. I am not living in the...
No, you gotta stay in the murder hotel.
Did we bring this up? In the finale, weren't they partying like in the lobby of the hotel for like the post-graduation party or something? Wasn't that where the party was? Wasn't that like...
No, I think it was in Logan's house. Or his room.
That was his room again? They went back. That was the prom thing. I feel like they were downstairs. They were downstairs or something, right? Because the whole school was at the graduation thing.
Yeah, with the DJ.
Yeah. So
I feel like that had to have been in his room.
All right.
It felt like
it felt like it was off the lobby area, because when he comes to like talk to everybody, it feels like there's some bigger open space.
Yeah, maybe they have like a...
But why would they let all these kids
or something
underage drink there? That's what I don't understand. But whatever. I know they were just like, here's a set. But sure.
So then the RA shows up and she yells at Dick and she's like, "You're not supposed to be here." And Dick's like, "Oh, I'm just a freshman. I don't know." She's like, "Get out of here. This is the girls' dorm." Dick's like, "Sorry." He leaves.
It goes on a little longer and he's like, "Oh, I didn't know I was supposed to be here. Oh, I was supposed to have an ID. Oh, blah, blah, blah." And I'm like, guys, there is a serial rapist on campus. And this guy is that you guys don't recognize is in. Please take his photo. Please figure out who this person is. There should be heightened security. I hated this.
Same. So Piz is waiting. It's the next day. He's got the same clothes on because he's got everything in his life stolen. And he's like waiting to meet up with Veronica, who gives him some clothes. I guess this is what you think is Weevil's clothes.
I thought it because of the next scene, but then the scene after this, he's in different clothes. And I'm like, those are not Weevil's clothes, I don't think.
Yeah.
But this next shot...
it might be Duncan's clothes.
Why does she have any of these guys' clothes? That's what I don't know. I don't know where any of this clothes is coming from.
But Veronica says, "Hey, I found the guitar that you had. Found the guitar on Craigslist." So then they go to meet the guitar seller from Craigslist. And he says that he got it from a girl at a flea market. And Piz is like, "That's my guitar. That's the guitar that I got stolen. I can prove it's mine. If you open up the case, there should be 2 pics there from a guitar shop in Portland." And the guy does it. The 2 pics are there. And so he's like, "All right, that's my guitar." So he at least gets his guitar back because Veronica's like, she like gives him the amount that the guy paid for it at the flea market or whatever.
They don't get it back. The guy agrees to give it to him for the $500. And she says, what better way than to have the person who stole it pay for it? I don't know if they give him the $500 at that moment. But yeah.
I think they do. I think that they do get it back. Because the guy did agree. I don't know.
He agreed to give it to him for $500. But I don't know if they had the $500 on him. Because Veronica's voiceover in the next scene says.
So Veronica shows up to that girl who was the junior that got scammed by the Wagon, Welcome Wagon committee. And she just takes a picture of this girl. She's like, "All right, thanks." So then she leaves, and Piz and Wallace are watching girls sunbathe on campus because the Boston kid was talking about that. And Veronica shows up. She goes up to Piz, and she's like, "Hey, is this the girl that was with the Welcome Wagon committee?" And Piz looks at the picture of the girl, the junior that got scammed by the Welcome Wagon committee. He's like, "No, it doesn't really look like her. But I can't tell for sure, but I don't think that's her." They're playing hacky sack and Veronica leaves. They're going to still watch the ladies sunbathing.
Yeah,
because sometimes they're topless, dude.
Yeah, it's like it doesn't look like any of these girls are going to be topless out here.
No.
It looked like Bryant Park or whatever.
Yeah. So then Keith is with Cormac, and their car breaks down. And Cormac is like, hey, man, it's not a big deal. And Keith is like looking for a way out. He's like, maybe I can rent a car. Maybe we can do this. Maybe we can do that. And Cormac's like, dude, let's just wait. Someone will help us out. You ever been in the army? I was in the army. And just hanging out in the desert, it's cool. Keith's like, all right, thanks for that story.
He says, he doesn't say hanging out in the desert is cool. He says, God. I love that
he says he knows the desert pretty well.
I love that
go one way.
I love that we spent like 15 minutes talking about the opening scene of the like little murder on a riverboat, and this you're like, we'll just brush through this part right here. We described Veronica going on the internet for like 10 minutes, but here. No, he tells Keith that you die of thirst and the coyote traps and all this other stuff that'll kill you if you try to venture through the desert, and that's why he's willing to like wait it out. Meanwhile, I will say in this scene, I'm thinking that Keith is on like a murder hit spree because the opening scene, he has a desk full of like weapons, and it looks like he's a hitman. And even Vinny Van Lowe is like, "You doing hits now?" Like,
yeah,
because
how do I get into that?
He's got so much weaponry, and I was just like, and the way Keith is dressed, and he's picking a guy up from jail, and he's driving through the desert. It all is coded to like, all right, I'm gonna take this guy out in the middle of nowhere and shoot him in the back of the head. That's what it really felt like.
Yeah.
And the look on Keith's face here is strange. Like they're really playing some stuff up. And yeah, that's the vibe.
So then Veronica goes over to the guy that had the guitar from the flea market. And she's like, hey, is this the girl? She shows him the junior girl. And she's like, is this the girl? And he's like, yeah, I'm 80% sure that's her. But she looks over at a picture that he has on his desk. And, no, she sees like he has the book of that Landry guy, the professor, the criminology professor. And Veronica's like, I'm taking that guy's class. What do you think of him? And he's like, I fucking love that guy. It changed my life. I did his intro class, and then later on I did his mentorship program. And Veronica's like, would you recommend it? He's like, it's the best thing ever. I love that guy.
Yeah, mentoring
Veronica's
program
like,
where you mentor other people. Yeah.
So is this the part where she has the picture?
Yeah, so earlier, the whole setup in the beginning of them getting photos from New York is that he thinks it's the Chrysler building
she thinks it's the Empire State Building
or something. Yeah, so they're going back and forth with that, and you're like, why is this happening? And then Veronica sees a photo in this guy's place, and she grabs it. She's like, oh, what building is this? And he's like, it's the Chrysler building. She's like, oh, I guess I shouldn't.
No, he says it's the Space Needle.
The Space Needle. She's like, oh, I guess I shouldn't debate geography with my dad. And once she grabbed this photo, I didn't like see it here, but I was like, she noticed something in that photo.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, there's no reason for that at all.
Yeah. So she got that, and yeah, she gets a lot of information on this visit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Veronica's in the criminology class again. She goes up to the TA, Mr. Foyle, and she's like, hey, I want to know about this mentoring program. And he's telling her about it. He takes her back to his office, and he's like, here's the info about this. You have to mentor basically at-risk youths and youths that have like gone to jail or have done something wrong. And you would have to mentor a girl. And Veronica's like, oh man, do I gotta mentor a girl just because I'm a girl? And the guy's like, yeah. So then Mac shows up. Mac's like, hey, Mr. Foyle, the professor wants you back in the lecture hall really quick. And gives a little wink to Veronica. And Veronica's like, oh, Mac, playing your role perfectly.
You know, I'm going to say, I think it's good that they have a girl mentoring and male mentoring for this
Oh, yes.
at-risk use thing. I think that's a nice limiting factor.
Yep.
It's not going to prevent everything, but it's a limiting factor, and I kind of think it's necessary.
So then Veronica goes snooping around Mr. Foyle's filing cabinets, and she's looking through like the mentorship program stuff, and she finds the 3 kids from the Unwashed show, and she rolls her eyes. She's like, these sons of bitches. So then we go back to Keith, and a tow truck shows up, towing Keith's car away. And then we see Logan and Veronica. They're getting food. And apparently Logan isn't showing up to class because Veronica's like, yeah, Wallace said that you're in his class, but you wouldn't really know because you're not showing up to it. And he's basically like, hey, stop asking questions about me going to class. I got a gift for you.
Question for you, Joe. How does Wallace know that Logan is in his class if he hasn't been showing up to it?
Did they do attendance at the beginning of class?
I don't remember
a small enough class, maybe.
I don't remember a lot of college classes doing attendance.
Yeah. I mean, especially freshman year, because freshman year is when you have like the big lecture halls.
Mm-hmm.
As you progress within your major, it gets smaller and smaller.
Still don't remember attendance being taken. I mean, it's been a while, but I don't remember. Yeah.
Hearst College is different, man. Maybe it's different.
Logan Eccles. Hey, Logan, the Logan Eccles from the Tinseltown Diaries.
Yeah. But Logan gives her a key card to his room. And this is where it crystallized for me, where I was like, yeah, this is the same hotel where like all this horrible stuff happened.
Yeah, no, like get out of there. Like your dad was murdered at that place. Your friend's friend was.
You were shot at.
The love of your life was ripped from your grasp in Hannah.
Yeah, true.
Get out of this place, man.
But he gives Veronica this key card as proof that he only wants Veronica. There's no one else. And then in the background, we see Dick Casablancas. He shows up, sits down next to some girl. He's trying to mac on her. And it's not going well. It's not going well at all. He's like drunk. He's stumbling. He's slurring some words. And then the girl's like, you should really get out of here. He's like, why? Why should I get out of here? Maybe we should get out of here. And then her boyfriend shows up and just beats the fuck out of Dick Casablancas. And it's just like, good, finally.
Yeah. Yeah.
But not finally, because Logan's like, Veronica, give me your bag. And Logan tases the guy that's beating up Dick Casablancas. Mm-hmm. And then Dick Casablancas gets up from the ground and he looks at Logan and goes, what am I supposed to be thankful? Who am I supposed to say thanks? And then he leaves. And then Piz shows up. He's like, hey, Veronica, you wanted to see me?
This is where Piz shows up and he's in like a checkered V-neck sweater type thing.
Yes,
right?
He's in a checkered V-neck Argyle shirt.
Yeah. So I don't know if I've ever seen Weevil in that, but when he showed up at the other guy's place, the Craigslist one, he has like a sleeveless black shirt on. So I was like, oh, the sleevelessness, that seems more like Weevil-ist. So I don't know. That shirt that he showed up in would not be something that Duncan would wear.
I think it's Logan's. Because Logan wears shit like this, and then Logan looks at this guy and he goes, hey, nice shirt.
Okay, so the sleeveless black one is also Logan's, I guess? That he showed up in?
Maybe.
Yeah, that's what I was like. The two different looks were what got me.
Well, the one where he's playing hacky sack with Wallace, it's like a black T-shirt that's got the number 33 on it.
Wasn't that before she gave him clothes?
No, that was after.
Because he definitely is wearing a sleeveless thing when he goes into the Craigslist guy, right? I feel like he had a sleeveless shirt on when he went to the Craigslist. Like after she gave him clothes to do something, but whatever.
I don't quite remember, but I know when he was playing hacky sack, it was a number 33 T-shirt.
He looked pretty normal there. But yeah, I guess, maybe that's that stuff.
But Veronica shows Piz the picture from the guitar guy's house, and he's like, hey, is this the girl, the welcome wagon girl? And Piz is like, yes, that's her. And Veronica's like, all right. got our perp. And then she starts making out with Logan, and Logan looks at Piz and he's like, nice shirt. And you can see Piz is just heartbroken.
Yeah. Piz is like, I don't even want my stuff if it means I have to lose Veronica Mars.
Exactly. I would give up all, except the guitar. I'll take the guitar back.
I'll give up everything else.
I need that guitar back.
Yeah.
So Veronica takes this information to Sachs so that he can arrest them. And then she talks about how this guitar guy was mentoring the Boston kid and his little merry band of thieves. So they could all run the scam together because they're all kids from like the mentorship program and all this shit. And Piz and Veronica, they're doing a stakeout. And Piz is like, why do you solve these cases? Why are you doing this? And she's like, I don't know. He's like, no, for real. What's going on? She's like, the cold hard cash. And he's like, no, for real. She says, I don't know, because look at what's about to happen here. Like, look at this. And Sachs comes out and he is arresting the guitar guy.
Piz brings up that Wallace told him about Lily. That's what happens.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they open the guitar guy's garage and it reveals that he has all of the stolen stuff. And then the guitar guy looks over at Veronica and Piz and they have like bottles of water or something, like cheers at him. And he's like, Veronica Mars.
It's so funny. The cops are walking him out to the garage and he's still like denying, like, I don't know what you guys are doing this for. I don't know what's happening. And then he sees Veronica and Piz and then his whole demeanor shifts. And I'm like, yep. Your demeanor should have shifted because you're about to lift up the garage, whether or not they were there. You're already losing.
So then Piz takes a moment and he goes, so that guy last night, is that your boyfriend? And Veronica looks off into the distance. Cut to Keith.
This really makes me go, because when Logan gives her the hotel room key, right? And he's like, hey, no, like you're my only one. Like you're the one for, and Veronica feels like, oh my God, like this is serious. And my thought would be, why would you be with him if it wasn't?
Yeah.
Like, I don't believe Veronica would be like, hey, we're just keeping this casual. Like, that's never been her thing with anybody.
Yeah.
So I don't know why she's reacting after all the stuff they've been through too. Like, you would just assume like they're together. I don't know why we had to do this gesture.
She did have that little like thought in her head earlier where she's like, am I really the girl that's like bringing her high school relationship to college or whatever? She's like, I can't believe I'm doing this.
Yeah, but that's like,
so maybe.
But that's, if you're bringing your high school relationship to college, it's because you guys are together. That's not a fling type situation.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know why she couldn't just be like, yeah, that's my boyfriend.
Because she wants to keep her options open just in case the Piz. She's got to get the.
Yeah, in case the Piz. The Piz with the Riz.
Nobody beats the Piz.
No. God. I hate that we're going to have to keep saying Piz.
I know.
You know?
Yeah. It's such a terrible choice.
And I can't even, like, his actual name is Stosh.
Yeah.
Like, what? I hate that we have to keep referring to this guy as Piz. God.
Hey, Dad, here's my friend Piz. Piss? No, Piz.
No, you're not allowed to be friends with him.
No. Where's that Logan fella that I like?
Oh man. So then we have Keith and Cormac. They show up at Kendall's. Kendall runs outside and hugs Cormac. She's all happy to see him. He's like, there's my baby. And so then we go to Mac. She's outside of her dorm. Veronica shows up. And Veronica's like, what are you doing outside your dorm? And Mac is like, well, Parker's fucking some dude again. And Veronica's like, well, we got tickets to a show, so let's like just go to the show. And Mac is like, the tickets are in my dorm. So Veronica's like, ugh, fine. I'll go in and get the tickets. So Veronica goes in the dorm. She looks over. She sees Parker hooking up with whoever she's hooking up with. And she's like, oh, don't mind me. And she takes the tickets and then she walks out. So then we have Keith, Kendall, and Cormac. They're eating dinner. And Cormac's talking about like all of his plans that he's got going on ahead. He's like, oh, we're going to go to a beach. We're going to go to some island. And Keith's like, don't tell me. I don't want to know. So Keith is like, well, before you guys get all your travel plans in order, let me get some of like Cormac's stuff from my car. So Keith goes to the car.
I honestly thought he was going to the car to get his gun. I honestly thought he was going to his car to get his gun to do something crazy. Keith has been weird this whole episode.
He really has been.
Mm-hmm.
So he goes to his car. He opens up his briefcase to get Cormac's stuff, only to find that Vinny Van Lowe has bugged Keith's car. And he's like,
his briefcase.
No. His briefcase, yeah.
That's why I grabbed the briefcase.
No. Please, Vinny, don't tell me you're working for Liam. And he opens it up and he's confirmed. He's like, oh, fuck, I've been bugged. He goes into his glove box to get his gun. His gun is gone. And he's like, fuck. He runs back into the house and he sees Cormac shooting Kendall. And then he turns and he starts shooting at Keith. Keith runs outside, hides behind a rock. And Cormac is like, I'll come and find your body in the morning. I think he assumed. Did Keith get shot here?
No. This is why he had that whole desert talk, and the desert will kill you thing.
Oh.
Because I guess he's assuming that Keith will die outside. It makes zero sense why Cormac will kill Kendall in cold blood right here and then just let Keith wander the desert. He still probably has his phone on him. He still has the car. He has the car.
The car is fucked though, right? Oh no,
no. Why would the?
Well, they got
the
a
car's
truck. Though.
The car's. Well, how is he going to leave?
I don't know.
Because Keith is like, I'm just going to get some paperwork and I'm going to get out of your hair.
Oh yeah, maybe he can hotwire one of their cars or something.
I don't know what's happening here, but here's my thing: if you're going to go through what you just went through, Cormac, kill Keith. The first thing is, I'm killing Keith first.
Yeah.
I'm literally, when Keith walks back in, I'm shooting him and then I'm shooting Kendall. Like that's, like Kendall's not a threat to you, gun or no gun. Keith's the only threat. And you're willing to just kill people. So like, why are you not? I hated that. He's hiding behind a rock and he's like, I'll find you in the morning. I'm like, finish the job, dude. Why are you leaving this thing open? Also, we had in our season 2 recap episode, someone asked, is Keith any worse than Vinny?
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to say if Vinny is working for Liam here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's what Keith is doing by driving Cormac out isn't nothing illegal about it, technically. He's hiding a person. Yeah. He's driving a guy who he did not bail the guy out of jail. The guy got out on good behavior. He's just giving him a ride to Kendall. He is working for money, but nothing. Yeah. The only illegal stuff is hiding Kendall's identity, which she also was a different person, which means nothing now because now she's dead. Like that whole whatever her real identity
Priscilla Banks.
None of that matters. The Priscilla Banks thing that we got last season does not matter at all unless somehow mid-season something weird happens, but it doesn't really matter. But yeah, no, Liam we know is a murderer, and Cormac is, and the Fitzpatricks are bad all the way around, huh? Just all not a good one. A whole family of criminals.
What about the priest? Is the priest all right?
He's stealing drugs out of the church.
Oh, you're right. Anyway, so Keith is behind a rock. Left for dead.
Between a rock and a open space. I would absolutely be able to get out of this.
Yeah, this is nothing.
All I would do is sneak back around the house and wait for him to go to sleep and try to attack him or something. Like Keith is clever enough to figure something out here.
Yeah. And we'll see that.
Yeah, except for when he trips over that rock running away, I was like, you idiot.
Yeah. Well, you gotta have that.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, you did.
No,
you
we
gotta
didn't.
have it.
No, we didn't.
That's how he evades the gunshots.
No, because he doesn't even get shot at when he gets outside. He gets shot at the doorway.
Oh yeah, you're true.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
He trips over a little rock and then hides behind a big rock.
So anyway, we then have Logan brushing his teeth. He gets a knock at the door. It's Dick Casablancas. He looks all fucked up. His hair is all messed up. He's a black eye. He's got a cut lip. And he's like, I got nowhere else to go. I got nowhere else to go, Logan. And Logan's like, all right, well, you can stay here. And Dick's like, I messed up. I messed up bad. And Logan's like, here, buddy. Here.
I do love that this show lives up to the late act 3 horror movie-ness of it all. Like
Yes,
right
it does.
after she solved that the robbery crime, just right into it.
Yep. I mean, there's an additional horror movie happening next.
Yeah, I mean this is after Kendall was just murdered.
See, I thought that this episode was going to end here. I was like, oh, there's the credits. Dick is like, I messed up bad.
Nah, I didn't think it was going to end there.
I wish it did. Because the next scene is Veronica and Mac coming home from whatever midnight show they went to. And Veronica's drunk.
A little tipsy.
She's like, I had some Irish coffees. And boy, oh boy, were they good. And Mac is like, you should not drive home tonight. And Veronica's like, I'll be fine. But you know what? Actually, yeah, I'll stay at your place. Can I crash on the couch? And Mac is like, yeah, for sure. So they go into Mac's room. Veronica wakes up on the couch to screaming because Parker has had her head shaved. She is the latest victim in this head shaving rapist guy. And
you want me to read what I wrote in my notes in bold?
yes, I do.
No shit. Why was that not priority number 1?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
As a sexual assault victim, Veronica, I would think that once you heard about this and you were at ground zero of this last season, that you might go, you know what? Because I know I got to focus when I said, I'll do this, find this thing for $500. I'm kind of curious and I can't let it go. But I got to figure out who this person is that is doing this. And I know that I can figure it out because I have solved multiple high-level crimes.
Yeah.
So I need to put all my focus into this. Like, for me, the way this episode would have been great is if they solved who was doing this episode, and then that like put her on the radar with the criminology person. You know? Like I do not want 20 some episodes of them trying to figure out who this person is.
I have a feeling that's what it's going to be. That's this season.
And it makes me upset because I know, Veronica, why is she not focused? It just makes, I just don't get why.
I mean, that was like us when we were talking about season 1.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Veronica just like,
she like
left that until like episode 20.
Like she'd forget that she's solving, like she needs to like figure out what happened. No, it was like we were upset that she wasn't trying to figure out what happened to herself.
Yeah.
More so. But she was also dealing with like trying to figure out her best friend's murder too. Her best friend's murder. So that like those are both like competing things, right? Like those are competing things. When the episode is about like, hey, Wallace's roommate lost all his stuff and someone stole it. I'm like, yeah, we can figure this out, but there's this thing from last season that I really need to put a bow on.
Yeah.
And that she didn't even, and the fact that she didn't try to figure it out last season either. Like they just left the campus and were like, hey, at least that guy's fine. And I don't even know if he goes to the school. He probably doesn't go to the school. Her ex-boyfriend, Troy. So she was like, Troy's not the guy that did it. Bye. And the school, and she's not even pissed off that the school hasn't solved it because she brought this to the dean or whoever at the end of that episode, and they haven't solved it.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, I'm talking to this criminology guy. I'm like, hey, you're a high-level criminology guy, right? Do you know that there's a fucking case on Hearst campus that you could be solving right now? This is another book for you if we team up and solve this. And then there'll probably be him or something, or I don't know. But it's just like, Veronica, you have Mac in that school. You are a person. Like, please focus on this.
It's especially brutal because they were present while it was like Veronica walks into the dorm and she looks over at Parker and she's just like, oh, don't mind me, and then leaves.
I think what they're trying to do there is that she was hooking up with Dick. Because Veronica's look when she sees who she's hooking up with gave a like, oh, you're hooking up with that person. I feel like I feel like she's hooking.
I thought that too, but then we don't see him.
What do you mean we don't see him?
We don't see who Parker's hooking up with in that moment.
Yeah, because we're gonna find out like next episode. They're teasing.
I think it was teasing. Dick, and then
it's either Dick or it's Piz or it might be Wallace. It's gonna be Veronica knows who hooked up with the person, but that person is not gonna be the one that did the thing. Because
I can't.
Yeah. It's just gonna.
Show, man.
Did she come out of the bathroom? Was she in her room? Like, what is this? What's the dorm setup here?
Yeah, I don't know.
But when she comes out with that bad shaved head, bald cap, and now Veronica's like, well, now it came close to one of my friends. Now I need to like look into it. I'm like, no, solve this. Don't make fake misogyny jokes when you see Mac at the rally. Like, figure this out. And I know it's going to be the whole season, and I just need this to be like one episode where they close the loop and then we get a different type of mystery. But this is, I don't know. And the whole Kendall, Fitzpatrick, McCormick stuff, like McCormick stuff. I'm like, I don't even know where to put that in the realm of things.
Yeah. Well, the next episode is titled My Big Fat Greek Rush Week, which is why I was an episode early on the sorority prediction thing.
Do sororities call it Rush too? I guess Rush Week is for both.
Yeah.
I never thought,
Yeah. Big Fat Greek Rush Week.
Are we going to go down the same rabbit hole of Grapes of Wrath where she goes to a frat house? And I think you're thinking sorority, but
I think it's going to be a thing where there's there's a sorority case and Veronica has to like do the rushing and uncover something at the sorority.
I'm going to say Wallace is rushing. Wallace or Piz are rushing a frat, and Veronica wants to use their rushing as a way to get involved, to like get information from something.
Okay, that's a good thing. I'm going to say that. Yeah, I'm going to say the sorority thing. There's going to be a girl with a shaved head that she's going to have to like try and interview at the sorority rushing stuff. Yep.
Now, I remember you were saying how excited you were to see the beginning of this season.
Yeah, I was. I'm not excited anymore.
We're back at it, man.
Anymore. Neptune's worse than Sunnydale.
I think my biggest thing about this is I want Veronica's focus to be solely on this. I want her to solve it like she solves the crime of the week. But I can't. I feel like it's such a heavy topic that it's hard to throw in. Like, hey, someone stole my class ring. Can you help me find it? And she spends all episode doing that. I'm like, no. Like,
yeah,
fuck that. Tell them save the $500 you're going to spend on me. I gotta find out who's traumatizing every single girl on this school campus.
Well, that's a wrap for Welcome Wagon, everybody.
Just another fun, lighthearted episode with people getting murdered and assaulted at the end, like in the last 5 minutes.
Yep.
And I know what I wanted to say. Do you feel? I don't feel any sympathy really for Dick, just the way the show has framed it.
Not at all. When he showed up, I was like, are they really going to do this?
Yeah, they didn't earn it. They didn't get to it. They didn't slowly build towards because rightfully I could see him flailing and going the way he's going, but they don't do the nuanceness. Like when you open and he's just like, I'm going to be in underwear and a French maid blow up. Like, when did he get that? Like, that seems premeditated to do that on stage. I was like, you started him so.
Well, the thing is, Logan is like, yeah, Dick hasn't been taking it well. He's really in a low, dark place. Mm-hmm. Take all of Dick's actions that he did in this episode. Tell me how they're different than anything he did before Beaver did any of this stuff.
Exactly. 100%.
It's the exact same guy.
Yeah.
So I don't feel anything for this guy. And then he shows up. I was like, are they really trying this with Dick Casablancas?
And I knew they would try to soften him, but they didn't do anything to. I want to see him being quiet. I want to see him like getting into fights with something. Like, that's the one thing I hadn't seen Dick do. I hadn't seen Dick just fly off the handle and get into a fight. I've heard him say awful things, but him saying that mean thing to Mac didn't make me feel like, oh, dude, you're hurting and you're hurting her. Like, no, he said the same mean shit to her when Beaver was around, like you're saying.
Yeah.
So
there's no difference.
Yeah, that I need to see some difference in the variance there to know that, oh shit, this is affecting him in a way. And especially because we didn't even get a follow up with him in that long epilogue after his brother. Like, we got Logan's feelings, we got like Veronica's feelings, but we never heard how Dick felt about his brother. Like, does he even care? Does he care that his brother died? Does he care that his brother did all the murders? Like, what is his, like, this is what I thought some of this episode would be. Like, what part are you upset about? Are you upset that you didn't know, that you couldn't help him? I'm sure
he legit has no family left.
Well,
his dad's like on the run.
Well, he was hanging out in the Caymans with his dad.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Yeah, his dad's not in Neptune anymore. But his mom is like doing whatever. His brother's dead.
But no, he spent time in the Caymans with his dad, and his mom remarried Schwarzenegger's whatever. So the mom actually pulled some strings to get him into Hearst. So he still got whatever that. I just think when you have a character that has a brother and his brother did the bad things and is no longer here, I know they will do some of it, but I think this episode would have time to have him explain his feelings a bit. You know, like I just don't know what part of it is the most damning to him. Is it that he's gone? Is it that he was capable of doing this stuff? It'd be very conflicting.
Yeah.
And Logan, we never had him really deal with. I mean, they dealt with it some, but like the fact that his dad was dating his girlfriend and murdered him and now died, and they were just like, yeah, he's fine. He's like Orphan Annie. I'm like, wait. Like, Logan's also like some damaged, deeply damaged, because he was like already like being abused by his dad, already had a weird dad issue. Like, I don't know. There's such damaged people in this.
Yeah.
And I felt like the Dick damage was one that they needed to really show some nuance in, as opposed to like his first scene after his brother is gone. We see him dancing with the blow up doll and getting kicked in the balls. And I'm like, what is this?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's a tough look, man. Like, it looks horrible. And I feel they're trying to do this like character rehabilitation with him, and like, oh, he's been through some stuff. Like, he's a dick, but he's an asshole. But like,
I just think
he's been through some stuff, and I'm like, it's not there. It's absolutely not there, because I saw his action and I wasn't looking at it like, oh, this is a guy that's hurting, because this is what he was doing before.
Great point. Yeah.
Like, he would do shit like this before.
Yeah.
He showed up to Gia's house drunk with Beaver and was like, hey, what's up, ladies? Like, he was hitting on people. That whole conversation that Veronica had with him about Bettina, and he's like, yeah, whatever, just have some like side spice, she's like a moped or whatever. I'm just like, this is the same guy.
Yeah.
I don't see the hurt.
Even him hitting on a girl at the mall. I'm like, that's the last thing I saw him do at prom. Like,
yes.
What has changed about him? His hair's a little messed up and he got punched in the face. Like, show me him sitting at a bar, like getting in fights with people or something. I need to see him doing something different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a wrap for Welcome Wagon. Everybody hop on Discord. Links in the show notes. Let us know what you thought. Join our Patreon, patreon.com/Boys Watching Buffy. We're doing Boys Watching Freaks and Geeks. We're starting the Twilight Saga this month. Shout outs. Apple Podcast 5-star rating and review. Spotify 5-star rating. Send it in to us. Amazon wishlist stuff. Instagram and TikTok at Boys Watching Buffy, boyswatchingbuffy@gmail.com. And we will see you next time when we talk about My Big Fat Greek Rush Week.
Yeah, I'm afraid I put backup in charge while I'm away. And he's been instructed to maul your boyfriend if he's here past midnight.
Backup's in charge? What about the bitch he's been seeing?
Seltzer Kings
Podcasts.